Hey, how you doing? All right, so here we are. People bring us all kinds of things, and one of the things they brought us was a Stamina in Motion elliptical trainer, E1000 model. And it's not an electrical thing, it's a mechanical thing. But the problem that was reported is, well, if you look really closely, there's a little bit of kind of rust visible on the bearing in there, but this is the problem. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's pretty objectionable, and it's growling, and we looked at it briefly, and we weren't able actually to get this unit open. These handles, or these levers, are attached pretty aggressively, so I didn't have a puller or any of that stuff, and the woman was ready to throw the thing out. So I convinced her to let me take it home and at least take a look at it, and if she's going to throw it out, I could throw it out for her. But I wanted to learn more about, like everything else we do, I wanted to learn more about why it failed, maybe how to get it open, and be able to kind of help keep things like this from making their way through our process without being repaired. So I had a chance to look at it, and I want to show you what I found. Give me just a minute. For the record, the unit's not covered by warranty. That's always kind of the first question we ask people. And there wasn't an extended warranty purchased on it, because why would you need one? It's a simple machine. It's welded steel. Geez, the only thing that might go wrong with it is, the little counter up here might have an issue. But other than that, boy, that should be rock solid. But anyway, I've taken the foot pads off of here to kind of help us see what's going on. And let's hear the noise. I can make that noise stop. I didn't realize that until just now. Well, it's quiet as it should be. So the issue is associated with this rod. And in fact, the issue was associated with this wheel. And we're going to take another closer look at that. So as it turns, it's scrubbing the wheel. In case you say, well, it's supposed to do that. Well, let's look at the other side. This is the other side. Again, same device. Let's watch the wheel. The wheel tracks. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's within maybe a ½ inch of the edge of this guy. On the other side, it's got to be moving, I don't know, an inch more. So that's what we found so far. We can make it stop. Well, the question is, how do we correct it? I think the answer is try to take this rod off. Now, we tried to do this in the clinic, and this guy, he's pressed on there. Once you pull this cover off, there's a screw in there, and then it wasn't coming off without a puller. So I'm going to see if there's any play in it. I'm going to take it off with a puller and then see if there's any play in it, because it really has to be adjusted so that the arm is more on this, it moves just slightly this way, so that the path is parallel, or actually perpendicular to the shaft, and not at an angle to the shaft, because this is what's happening right now, is it's scrubbing the wheel. So, we'll see if I can get this off, and then we'll be back to you. Well, I thought I had this one all figured out. I thought for sure that there was something wrong with this elliptical here, because of the crooked way that this arm tracks. You know what? That's not what it was. So, little story to tell you.
bought this gear puller less than a week ago at a garage sale. I didn't know why, but yeah, it turned out to be the thing I need after I created a little place to anchor it. It turned out to be the neat thing I needed to pull that shaft off and look at it. And I looked at it and I messed around with it and went, trying to get it straight, and I shimmed it, and I was working on that, and I realized that the sound wasn't going away even when I got this to track straight. So on a hunch, I swapped the wheels. Probably should have done that first, huh? It's not going to be the first one I get wrong. So I swapped the wheels, and guess what? The squeaky noise, it moved over to the other side. So these are just basically they're rollerblade wheels, and I know from my roller skating past that rollerblade wheels and bearings just come out. So I just pulled it out. There's one bearing. There's a spacer in the middle. And another bearing. And I cleaned and lubed those, and I'm going to put them back in. All right, spacer. Wait a minute. Wheel. Spacer. Other bearing. Press it in good. There we go. And I'm going to install that on the other side, and I'm going to see if it still makes noise. And if it does, I might change the bearing. So I put the other wheel back on. Squeak for a second, probably the oil moving around inside the bearing. Looks like it's fine now. Oh, wait a minute. Change directions. Now it's not. Okay, so I had a rollerblade wheel. I have a bunch of them around, and they had some very nice, very clean looking ABEC 5 bearings in them. I say ABEC 5 because that's a classification. It's written on the bearing, ABEC. I don't know what it is, but it's a code that basically describes how smooth a bearing is. The ones that we see in here, these are ABEC 5s. I checked them. And so I'm going to be swapping them out with equivalent bearings. Those are some nice, smooth bearings. Let's see if it makes noise now. Yep. And I don't know what that squeak is. It's definitely coming off the other wheel. It might be coming off the side of the wheel. Nothing to worry about it. I'd call that fixed. So, moral of the story, look for something simple. Everything doesn't have to be hard. That sometimes it's the simplest thing. Akums razor again. So that's it. I'm going to put the feet back on this and give the lady a call and see how she wants to handle getting it back. She was from another county, and I'm not going to be there for a month, so we'll see if she wants to come pick it up or she wants to meet me at one of the other places I go. So we'll see. All right. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.